All right, welcome back. You're watching Times Now. I am Meenakshi Upreti. Viewers, we are focusing on Manishankar Aiyar, who's once again in the eye of the storm. He's done it again. He's known for it. For the second time in these polls, the former UPA minister and a key aide of late former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi has made a statement on another of India's hostile neighbors. Speaking about China at the launch of a book called Nehru's Final Recruits, Aiyar used the refrain allegedly while describing China's invasion of India. He said that in 1962, China allegedly invaded India. At the very same time, Aiyar was also questioned about his remark, and at that point he gave a long-winded justification that was not really a retraction, but claimed that he shouldn't have said the same thing because the election season was underway. Take a look at Aiyar's initial remark and his so-called clarification now.
In October 1962, the Chinese allegedly invaded India. There are various books which indicate that we could have accepted Zhou Enlai's proposal of April 1960. We could have perhaps avoided war by backing up our forward policy with adequate military strength to be able to open those forward posts. And you will recall that Nehru had said that I had ordered the Indian army to throw out the Chinese from the Tangla Ridge. And there was a kind of riposte that came from the Chinese. So I used the expression alleged, but I shouldn't have done so.
Yes, it is an
I shouldn't have done so because we're in the middle of an election.
But what Aiyar is glossing over, unfortunately, is a clear invasion by China, not just along one but two fronts that were thousands of kilometers apart in Ladakh and in Arunachal Pradesh. Here's how it unfolded over almost a decade of the Nehru years. In 1954, India and China signed the Panchsheel Coexistence Agreement, from when the so-called Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai became a popular slogan. China then proceeded to tell Nehru it doesn't covet India's territory, despite its maps routinely including our land. The whole time, China built a road through what would later become Aksai Chin. India then provoked China back by granting asylum to the Dalai Lama, who escaped years after China's annexation of Tibet. By 1962, skirmishes had begun and China had begun forward patrols that also saw it occupying some dominant position. In October that year, China launched a full-blown invasion, reaching the Rezangla in Ladakh and Tezpur in Assam, with Indian forces being forced to withdraw. A month later, in November, China unilaterally announced a ceasefire and returned to its claimed map positions, making away with thousands of square kilometers of India's land. Now, Times Now's Pranesh Roy has also confronted Manishankar Aiyar about his remarks. Let's take a look.
Morning, Mr. Aiyar. How are you?
I'm all right, sir.
I just wanted to ask you, why do you always give a clean chit to Pakistan and China? This is Pranesh from Times Now, sir.
Who?
Pranesh. My name is Pranesh. I'm calling from Times Now. I just wanted to ask you, why do you give a clean chit to Pakistan and China?
And the BJP has now picked up on Aiyar's controversial views, while the Congress has distanced itself from Jairam Ramesh, and he has attempted basically a sort of damage control by incorrectly citing that Aiyar has apologized, whereas a closer inspection actually reveals that he has justified himself. Jairam Ramesh has also cited Manishankar Aiyar's age as a defense. Aiyar, remember, viewers, is 83. The Congress has in turn accused the Prime Minister of wrongly claiming that no invasion happened in 2020 before Indian and Chinese troops clashed in eastern Ladakh. But the BJP has raised other points too, basically to ask why is there so-called or rather quote-unquote such love in Congress for China. Amit Malviya has cited that Nehru gave up India's permanent UNSC seat for China. Rahul Gandhi, he says, signed a secret MOU with China's ruling Communist Party. The Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, he says, has accepted Chinese funds and given pro-China economic reports, as a result of which Sonia Gandhi-led UPA allowed Chinese goods in India. And now he says Mani Shankar Iyer has whitewashed China's 1962 invasion, based on which China has been squatting on 38,000 square kilometers of India.